Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between CoopeR versus HoT. This game taking place here on Last Refuge. Let me make sure I know. Oh, this is part of the Abuser Cup. Part of the Abuser Cup, a tournament that I guess I I would say not crashed, but kind of crashed. Todd invited me. He's like, hey, Todd's casting all of these games by himself. Like, hey, you want to join me? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll join you in the middle of the day. Great to get in some good good replays and in some live casting. This game, I believe, was taken from last week. I'm not quite sure where in the rounds, but well, hopefully we will be seeing some interesting gameplay here as CoopeR has spawned as the red-blue orc over here on the top right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, HoT has spawned as the yellow night elf. Night Elf versus Undead in this 1v1 matchup should be a great matchup indeed. Are we going to be looking at, Demon Hunter going up against Blade Master, going back to, I guess, the roots of the game. Agility versus agility. Demon Hunter with those mana burns are very, very effective at shutting down enemy heroes while being, well, very difficult to kill himself. CoopeR opening up with a barracks, followed by a Voodoo Lounge here. We'll keep the timing, keep my eyes peeled for the timing on that second Orc Burrow to see if it's going to be a quick tech to tier 2, or I guess moderate tech to tier 2, or if he's going to try to go into 31 supply first. Coming back around here, Demon Hunter getting ready. Archers. Archers here, ready to go. 3-3-3, Ogre Warriors, Forest Troll Trapper, HoT Ancient of War just taking damage as trees practice tree cannibalism in order to get healthy. Coming back off to the other side of Blade Master, sitting at level 1. I'm going to clear out this Ogre Warrior, finish it off, most likely go back, sell the Scroll of Town Portal. Ogre Warrior is going to drop a semi-useful item, and then this game will be underway as both players are, well, trying to figure out their proper positioning. Quick ensnare onto a grunt right there. Demon Hunter looking to finish off this Forest Troll. High Priest already has a circlet of nobility and should be able to. Oh, who's he gonna try to get the last hit in? Who's gonna get the, that last hit timing? This is absolutely hilarious. By trying to figure out that last hit timing, the Forest Troll High Priest was able to heal up a little bit more, thereby making that Demon Hunter miss his timing and those last hits a bit. But if she's full, does the enemy have... Yeah. No, she doesn't eat any abominations, Wild Striker, or Crypt Fiends that I know of. Blade Master gonna go ahead and finish off that Forest Troll High Priest there. Blade Master already with 2 circlets of nobility, a plethora of items, and even a Wand of Illusion to do a bit of scouting. Coming back to the other side here, Demon Hunter may try and mana burn here. Nope, does not get the mana. Oh, does get the mana burn. Sentry Ward placed down as we see a Windwalk Strike going down onto that Archer. Archer already down to 100 some odd hit points as another mana burn goes down. HoT with the early lead with that Sentry Ward, able to rack up that damage as CoopeR now trying to back away. Well, no, CoopeR trying to get that last shot on that Forest Troll. Does get the last shot there as the Blade Master should be heading back off to the top right. Yes, Aria. Oh, okay. Demon Hunter now making its way back down to the south. Blade Master trying to engage here, wants to make sure didn't shadow meld on. Yeah, didn't shadow meld on time. I heard her. Had to put my foot down and reveal her. Blade Master now making her way. Well, nope, not making her way. Just, you know what? I can't quite predict what CoopeR and HoT are going to be doing in this matchup here. There's no expansion attempt. Archers and Wisp are placed all across the map here. The armies are still relatively small. Both players sitting at 26 supply, and both players just perhaps waiting to get to tier 2 before they make a play. CoopeR already has 2 additional Orc Burrows up, so plenty of places for the units to hide when the time comes. But at this stage in the game, at nearly the 5-minute mark, we still don't have a level 2 hero yet. All right, so just trying to get a understanding and pacing on this game. HoT Demon Hunter taking quite a bit of damage. There is Wand of Illusion Blade Master keeping track of all of this here. Now in comes the real thing. Level 2 Blade Master ready to get in some more damage. Grunts getting ready to join in on the battle as well. This Ancient of War taking a lot of damage and will end up getting taken out here. I'm not going to be able to eat up that many trees as we're looking at the Demon Hunter. Perhaps going to try and finish off or at least add some damage to that Blade Master. There goes Wisp, unable to do enough there. Demon Hunter still trying to back away. There goes an unfortunate ensnare onto CoopeR's Grunt. Grunt is actually attacking back, not what he should be doing, as the Blade Master should be trying to retreat back as well. CoopeR's Grunt down to 154 hit points. 119 hit points, but will be able to head back, looking for a couple of healing salves to be used. Oh, Naga Sea Witch by HoT. Beautifully done right there, but the Blade Master with the Scroll of Speed and the save, able to retreat back. Oh, one Grunt not fortunate enough to get the Scroll of Speed, but it looks like that Naga Sea Witch will be leaving them alone. Shadow Hunter. Well, Shadow Hunter, Blade Master, what is going on here? Blade Master now ready to walk back down to the south. Had some healing items. There goes a wind walk there. Shadow Hunter wants to do some creeping away from the action. And I liked this play by CoopeR. CoopeR did a total head fake, was walking to the south, running towards his opponent's base, and then quickly used wind walk and double backed around. Demon Hunter is coming back across here. Blade Master will be revealed as there is that sentry ward right in the middle portion of the map. And here we are, in comes another illusion. However, that illusion is fooling no one, especially not HoT, as HoT realizes where the real Blade Master is and quickly puts the pressure back to zone him out. Back off to the north here, we're looking at the Shadow Hunter sitting at level 1. He did go for a Hex first, but that's not going to be extremely useful in this fight up against those creeps. Naga Sea Witch going to be inching closer towards level 2 as the, Demon Hunter picks up a Wand of Mana Stealing, and we now have level 2 heroes on the board by both sides 7 minutes into this game. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 1, Blade Master sitting at level 2. All of those items from earlier pretty much all gone. As we're looking at CoopeR, what is his second ability going to be? It should be Healing Wave. Gloves of Haste picked up by that Blade Master, allowing him to deal even more damage. All right, Rock Golem aggroing creeps as well. Forest Troll High Priest quickly going to get surrounded and finished off here as the Rock Golem now finally makes its way back, separating the army away from the healer. A great way to divide and conquer this creep camp, as the Rock Golem really dishing out that damage to that Raider, almost finishing it off. All right, however, a quick Creep Jack coming across here. Spirit Link trying to be cast. Eunice trying to back away once more. One Forest Troll Berserker didn't get the memo to leave, was all the way in the back here, as the Grunt could be in a little bit of trouble. All right, Dryad, Forest Troll Berserker can really add up that damage there. 28 to 37 piercing damage against those Dryads, and that's exactly what needs to be seen. All right, CoopeR going to be losing a couple of Grunts there, as well as the Forest Troll Berserker is trying to finish off some more of those Dryads. There goes an ensnare. Forest Troll Berserker about to get taken down. It gets taken down, but a Dryad will be lost as well. All right, this is an absolute bloodbath. Both sides losing a lot of units constantly, as the Blade Master is trying to finish off a Forest Troll Berserker. Will it be able to do it? No, unable to do so, but an ensnare onto a Dryad will end up sacrificing that Raider for that Dryad there. All right, damage still adding up. Ethereal form. Spirit Walkers in that ethereal form. Now Mana Burn onto the Spirit Walkers, saying pretty much, well, you can try and Mana Burn me to death. That is not going to work out all that well, as another Grunt could end up being lost. Yep. All right. Oh, there goes a Spirit Walker. Mana Burn right there. Demon Hunter, is it going to try and Mana Burn and finish off that other Spirit Walker? Healing Wave in time, as the Demon Hunter does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Ensnare onto a Dryad. And we're just looking at constantly looking at these small engagements between CoopeR and HoT. I don't think we've even gone above maybe 42 supply at this point. Some units are constantly getting trained back in, as another Grunt going to get taken out. What is going on here? This game is just a bit unorthodox. As both sides are just constantly fighting with reinforcements, and no one really getting the necessary proper advantage to easily come out ahead and do a proper fight. Sometimes it is unchoreographed fights that look absolutely brilliant, and that's what that was right there. It was an unchoreographed fight. The lines were not clearly drawn, and there was just constant fighting, constant saving between these two armies. Forest Troll Trapper, Ogre Warrior is going to get finished off here. Demon Hunter staying at level 3 does have Rune Bracers, which may be a bit of a, well, not useful item here. I don't know how many times you wish you had Rune Bracers going up against Undead, but Rune Bracers against an Orc army where there isn't much magic damage. Spirit Walkers shouldn't really be... Well, I guess the Spirit Walkers could end up attacking the Demon Hunter since the Dryads are all magic immune anyways. Shadow Hunter is right here. Is he going to go for Serpent Wards? Yes, it is. Serpent Wards may want a Tome of Retraining as well, but the Demon Hunter of HoT is just constantly shutting down the Shadow Hunter and any sort of mana play that he may try and do. Blade Master going to be forced to retreat here. HoT pushing back the other way. Going to be able to get another free grunt through this exchange. And it's starting to feel like Christmas for HoT, as he is inching ahead, has the supply advantage, has a slight hero level advantage, but that supply advantage is nothing to ignore. 31 supply compared to 46, as we could be looking at an expansion at some time soon. Demon Hunter, once it gets up to level 4, that level 2 evasion just makes it that much more difficult to take out. The flip side, though, is that if CoopeR can get a good amount of mana on that Shadow Hunter, all of a sudden, the threat of Serpent Wards really just spikes up quite large. We're looking at the Blade Master. Oh, Healing Ward being placed down here, trying to heal up all of these units while keeping mana plentiful on the Shadow Hunter, as this Ogre Mauler going to get finished off here. All right, Ogre Mauler is down. Blade Master getting healed. Had a healing ward, a little bit of bonus. 37 supply compared to 46. How is HoT going to spend his gold, as he was already at 44 supply? Doesn't need to train that many units. Could try and buy more items, as well as we see, well, a Staff of Preservation for that Naga Sea Witch. All right. Ogre Lord easily going to get surrounded right here. Blade Master, that trick where you just have your opponent or have the creeps wind walk past you to get to try and engage. Just a tough spot to be in, as the Ogre Magi going to be falling as well. Wisp is scouting this out. Are we going to see Dryads? Yes, cutting off the escape. Scroll of Speed quickly being used. We could be looking at a couple of ensnares, only one, as we are looking at one Raider who was, caught separated as well. We may see some units lost in transit, as HoT is on the other side of the river and may be able to catch a couple of units, and that's exactly what we see right here. CoopeR may end up losing a grunt. No Orb of Venom, as the slow poison is starting to slowly tick away at his hit points. Demon Hunter is at 4. Scroll of Town Portal, however, forcing the fight back home. One Serpent Ward, not going to be really that much to worry about. Dryad's going to finish that off. Demon Hunter sitting at level 4, as we see a Fork Lightning coming across here. Blade Master trying to take down some of those Dryads. Are we going to see some ensnares? Yes, ensnare going down onto a Dryad. Just finish off that Dryad right there. It's at 46 hit points and ensnared. Nope, not finishing off the Dryad. What? Well, oh wow, Shadow Hunter actually getting Brilliance Aura. So the Shadow Hunter needing mana. This is actually one of the weakest aspects of the Orc army. Their inability to get a lot of mana, not only on their heroes, as Clarity Potions are always an option, but on their units as well. Spirit Walkers, if they're constantly disenchanting or casting Spirit Link, may find themselves, unable to have mana during those key battles. So passive mana regeneration for the entire Orc army is going to be a great play. All right, HoT sitting at 55 supply, CoopeR sitting at 47. And 1-1 upgrades. Blade Master, currently revealed right there from Dust of Appearance, trying to get away. I don't believe it's going to be able to do that all too easily, as that slow poison. Now, retreating back. CoopeR now transitioning into Demolishers, which is a great call. I like this addition by CoopeR. CoopeR now with Demolisher can use peons for Spirit Link, and also use them for repair by having a... Sorry, peon. Dryads making their way over here to the bottom left here, perhaps going to try and clear out the remainder of this creep camp. HoT sitting at 58 supply compared to 51. Yeah. You know what? Tax evasion is a real thing, even in Warcraft 3. It's like, oh, you have too many dependents to qualify for this government subsidy. Tree of Life now making its way back over. Hi, Evelyn. Ogre Magi gonna get taken down. Naga Sea Witch is at level 4, and Naga Sea Witch picks up True Shot Aura. True Shot Aura, that extra little bit right there, as CoopeR staying in no upkeep. Now CoopeR could have totally fed that peon. Decided that he wants to use to get a little bit of, or doesn't want to pay for any government assistance programs for any other children, and decides to not have one of his own. Anyways, Blade Master going to try and engage here. Dryads now making their way back down. Demolisher. Hopefully I didn't zoom in too much. Demolishers in the back here. CoopeR finally breaking that upkeep threshold, bringing peons to the battle. And I gotta say, if the Spirit Walkers have mana and their Spirit Link on the peons, coupled with the Demolishers, and they're on auto repair, that is just absolutely a brilliant strategy and tactic. There is a scroll of healing on the Shadow Hunter as well, and nothing on that Blade Master as of yet. As we see a potion of mana here. Is it level 2 healing wave? Yes, it is. All right. So what the peons do here, even without the Demolishers, you'll often see Orc players bring peons into a battle. But the peons naturally have the most hit points out of all of the workers. And with even if you don't focus fire onto them, because of Spirit Link, they are absorbing damage. Now, if you then give them an actual use in the battle, such as repairing Demolishers, all of a sudden, those peons actually pose a very large threat. 3 Demolishers in the back. They're a little bit too far away to actually engage, though, but you can still see that those Demolishers lobbing those attacks, forcing those Dryads to constantly retreat. CoopeR pushing in across here. The Demolishers are attacking. There goes an ensnare onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter trying to retreat back. The Demolishers should really be going after the Dryads, as we see Cyclone now picking up. All right, just a large collection of Dryads right in the center. Peons are still here. 61 supply compared to 57. CoopeR is losing the supply count rather quickly, though, as the Demolishers weren't attacking the right target. Demon Hunter going after the Blade Master now. A couple of low hit point Dryads, and this is an aerial bombardment. CoopeR having the lower supply count. Staff of Preservation saving some units, but as the pressure is being brought back over, well, what is going on here? The peons seem to make their way over. A couple of Dryads are just out of... Oh, this is going to be a horrible spot to be in. As you can see them all get taken down. They are getting microed away, a little bit separated from the rest of the battle, as the peons are now marching their way on over as well. Raiders trying to get a couple of ensnares. Raiders getting taken down. Demolishers are in position. We could see some damage added in here as well, as they are attacking away. Demon Hunter gets up to level 5. Demolishers need to get some repairs. Serpent Wards could try and finish off some off as well, as the Dryads are just getting amongst all of these units. This is a complete no-line battle amongst all of these units here, as we're going to see a little bit more damage added. And again, Shadow Hunter going to finish off these 2 Dryads here, and HoT all of a sudden going to end up finding himself on the lower end of supply. Peons are still trying to repair here once more, and the Demolishers are just going to be eyeing these Dryads here, and you can see how much damage these Dryads are taking. Peons are now making their way back over. There is another Staff of Preservation. Blade Master very low on hit points. Shadow Hunter trying to back away, as you see Demolisher after Demolisher destroying those Dryads. All right, last Dryad there. There goes an ensnare. That's going to get taken down. Spirit Walker down to 18 hit points. And what a bloodbath that was, with literal blood splattered all across the map. All right, 44 supply compared to HoT's 32. The supply count was starting to shift in favor of HoT, and that just didn't make sense to me. I was like, no, HoT should really be losing a lot more based on CoopeR's composition. And eventually you saw that tipping point, that splash damage on those Dryads. As soon as the damage started to add up, the Dryads were just falling like dominoes, one at a time. It took a little bit of time for that first Dryad to fall, but as soon as that first Dryad fell, the remaining Dryads fell quickly, because they had been taking splash damage too. both armies. We're looking at 44 supply compared to 38. We can see that the Demolishers perhaps rolling on in. The Peons really should have been spirit linked as well. Perhaps the mass Dryads were able to use a lot of abolish magic. Shadow Hunter now with level 3 healing wave, going to be able to bounce around. There's a Fork Lightning Blade Master. Are we going to get an ensnare onto the Demon Hunter? Yes, we are. As Orb of Venom, Demon Hunter could be trying to fight back. We are looking at Druids of the Claw now trying to get trained in, but this is a tech switch by HoT, and it may not be in time, as the Druids of the Claw are still in, Druid form, not yet at Mastery training. All right, more fighting kind of underway. Another free 4 supply unit getting ensnared quickly. Healing wave, a split second late there, as the Dryads are just exploding on contact. Demon Hunter trying to make its way back off to the north, trying to finish off this Raider. Raider down to 3 hit points. And, you cannot die by poison here in WarCraft 3, as the Peons with healing, with Spirit Link, are absorbing quite a bit of damage. Demon Hunter looking to finish off that Raider. Raider was trying to ensnare to create a little bit of separation, but no such luck. Staff of Preservation saves right there, but HoT Tree of Life is now in danger of falling. Back off to the north, ensnare onto the Demon Hunter. This may be the beginning of the end here, as that Demon Hunter is going to get Naga Sea Witch saved at the last possible moment. Wait for it, down to 350 hit points. There goes an ensnare. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be see a rejuvenation? Staff of Preservation? No, it is not. The Naga Sea Witch was there ready for it, but perhaps it was still on cooldown. The Demolishers doing their job, living up to their name, demolishing that Tree of Life. Couple of Peons coming back the other way. Druids of the Claw going to be able to finish off these Peons here. And is that going to give too much experience to the Demon Hunter or Naga Sea Witch? No, it does not look like it. Naga Sea Witch doesn't have a staff. Oh, no staff on the Naga Sea Witch. I would have thought staff on the Naga Sea Witch would have been priority number 2 after staff on the Demon Hunter, as these Peons are just going to end up falling. Is he going to be able to wake up the creeps? No, he's not. Yeah, I'm sure HoT wouldn't buy Orb of Corruption if he was playing Undead either. He's just that nice. CoopeR now with a Kodo Beast here, 2 Demolisher, Raiders, Spirit Walkers, a very Rejuvenate it's just gonna get dispelled. Yeah. Peons now doing long distance mining here. So during this time, CoopeR has never really set up his expansion at all, and is now being forced to do long distance mining. The Tree of Eternity is going to pick itself up and walk on over, and HoT has successfully transitioned into Druids of the Claw. No Nature's Blessing, a little bit of an oversight here. Nature's Blessing would have perhaps could have saved the Tree of Life itself with an additional bit of armor, as the Blade Master looks to see what's happening next. All right. Even though CoopeR won that last battle, Night Elf's rubber band or ease of expansion after your main base gets taken down may give him the victory here. CoopeR needs to find a way to punish this Tree of Life's slow walk over, while HoT needs to find a way to, even though he is smaller in terms of army, we're looking at 41 supply compared to 26. Things could go sideways. All right, massive detonations could be getting underway. There we are. There's all of that detonation. Blade Master trying to fight their way through. Bears have already transitioned over to take out the Raiders, and this might be enough. With no mana and massive bears to fight the Raiders, all of a sudden, CoopeR's army is getting massively countered once more. However, I was wondering, where did the bears go? Well, Kodo Beasts do counter bears rather nicely. No Scroll of Speed, though, as we are looking at another Dryad getting absolutely, pummeled there. Low hit point, Kodo Beast able to hide in the back. Blade Master there, potion of, rejuvenation constantly being used by that Druid of the Claw to try and keep this push alive here. Leaving one Druid of the Claw in Druid form is a rather dangerous proposition, as CoopeR may lose the Kodo Beast and forfeit a bear. All right, CoopeR now on the retreating end here. Healing Wave trying to save that Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast just wants to digest his dinner. Must be like my children saying, I have a stomach ache. May I go lay down back at home? And that's exactly what CoopeR is doing. All right. Units retreat. I'm not saying Night Elf is imba. I am saying Night Elf. These players are constantly getting the counter to the counter and are doing a great job. HoT having those bears early on. Staff which, all right, can't give opinions now as the battle is still going on here. Bear is going to be going after those Spirit Walkers. Demon Hunter could perhaps try and Mana Burn. Oh, going into the Ethereal form. Just as the Demon Hunter Mana Burn goes there, there's a big healing wave, saving both of those units as the Spirit Walker says, you can't get past me. You can't get past me. Demon Hunter gets a nice mana burn, or a little bit of bonus damage once more. Blade Master down here, 29 supply compared to 31. Army size 26 to 24. And somehow CoopeR, even though he had a 50% larger army, well, was unable to finish off the rejuvenation, the Staff of Preservation trickery that we saw throughout this match. CoopeR is in trouble now, down to 20 supply compared to HoT's 26, who now is mining fairly freely over here.
A player's forces are under attack.
All right. A little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of sarcasm is dangerous when you're trying to cast Warcraft 3. I know the back to Warcraft, and a lot of the players out there and a lot of the casters use sarcasm often. But I wonder how much you have to know and understand the game pretty in depth before you can start using sarcasm, and players are like, oh, like new players watching a game like, oh, I don't have to be worried about Undead Nuke. It's really not that strong. Just sell those Rune Bracers because the extra gold's worth it. Wait, what? Okay, so throughout, like, I was waiting for. No, I knew that CoopeR was in a dangerous spot. I knew that HoT was winning, and it wasn't looking good for CoopeR. But from the very beginning of that game up until the final 30 seconds, right after the 2-minute mark, up until the final 30 seconds, there was this constant fighting, constant jockeying for position, trying to figure out how you're going to engage against your opponent, and figuring out that next step. And then nothing. And then CoopeR's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to choose this point to not fight. It just kind of threw me for a loop. All right. Orc can't expand. The mobility of Orc at that point, CoopeR had pretty much tried to do an all-in. He only had 5 peons in that fight. And even though, and at the start of that battle, HoT had, I think, 15 wisps down south. And I was just looking at the army size. It was like 26 to 41, significantly larger for CoopeR, but I didn't count on the mass detonation and how that would have affected that fight there. As soon as you saw the mass detonations from those wisps on the south side, it neutralized the spirit link. It stopped a lot of the healing waves, and it removed a lot of and it moved a lot of the disenchanting ability of the Spirit Walkers. Disenchant is not dispel. Disenchant costs more than dispel, but it does more damage to summon units. That's a side note, but it costs more. But at that point and at that stage, you only needed it to dispel or disenchant rejuvenation. With the number of bears HoT had at that fight, he was able to constantly rejuvenate his own units, and that war of attrition greatly shifted from CoopeR to HoT just because of the detonations. And once that happened, HoT was able to reestablish up his expansion and win. So it was it was just that shift, that battle. If CoopeR had mana on his hero and his Spirit Walkers at the start, rejuvenation wouldn't have made as big of a difference. The Dryads would be more out of mana as well. Actually, there wasn't that many Dryads at that point. Anyways, Spirit Walkers, no mana. Shadow Hunters, no mana. Plenty of rejuvenation, no way to remove it. Gave Night Elf the win. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.